Bedsole.
And I'm Heather Skold. And breaking news in southeastern El Paso County, a wildfire is burning about 10 miles east of Fountain in Hanover.
Lots of roads are closed and crews are calling for evacuations of homes in specific areas at this hour. The evacuation for the fire that is the location for evacuees is the Hanover School on South Peyton Highway. Crews say 4 structures are being threatened at this time. Squirrel Creek Road and Peyton Highway eastbound is closed. Milne Road at Squirrel Creek Road is also closed.
And multiple crews are on scene trying to get this one batted down. KRDO News Channel 13 Scott Harrison is live from the area of Enoch Road and Peyton Highway. And Scott, we can hear the wind howling there right where you are live.
Guys, it has been a crazy day out here, to say the least, and it continues to be as this fire, now 2 fires that started from the original fire, continue to burn. We're near the intersection of Enoch Road and Peyton Highway. This is just north of where those 2 fires are burning. I'm going to stand out of the way and let our photographer Chapin show you where those 2 fires are burning. You might be able to even see kind of a wall of the flames as this fire spreads quickly. We've had to move a few times just because of the risk of the fire and the winds changing direction, blowing the fire back on us. So we won't be here long. We are going to have to move again in just a few minutes. But you can see that's what it looks like. Now, this all started about 5 miles south of us, about 12:30 this afternoon, and the dry conditions and the strong winds quickly fanned these flames, and you could just see just the plumes of smoke that are staying low to the ground because of the strength of these flames. Earlier we talked with a homeowner who said he was lucky because the fire just managed to miss his house and his barn, but other people may not be so lucky. We still have not received an update from authorities out here whether any homes have been destroyed or damaged and how many might be in that category. But you can see it's a scary sight to see that wall of smoke and flames coming at you. Again, this is started about 5 miles south of us and is moving quickly to the northeast. We've got authorities here at intersections along Peyton Highway directing traffic, trying to keep people out of the area so that fire apparatus can get in there and try to get this fire knocked down. So they've been at it all afternoon. We don't know how much longer that it's going to take them to get the situation under control. But again, very dry, very windy, very dangerous for everyone involved out here. And we will continue to be out here to keep you updated on what is going on with this fire out in the Hanover area east of Fountain. For now, live, Scott Harrison, KRDO News Channel 13.
Yeah, very ominous scene out there. Thank you very much, Scott. And we just heard that they're trying to light some backfires to get ahead of this fire. This is going to be a leap here, but I'm assuming that they're going to light those backfires on the north edge, on the north flank of that fire. We're seeing winds coming from the southwest, pushing towards the northeast at a 30 to 40 mile an hour clip. So if they can burn those boundaries to kind of keep this thing contained and try and get ahead of this fire, that's probably a good idea. You're looking at photos now of some of our viewers that you have sent in. Rachel Black posted a photo from her view of the Ellicott and Calhoun area. That's on Facebook. Lauren Killey took another picture on Milne Road just before Squirrel Creek. Our thanks to Bridget also for sharing another picture of Highway 94 west of Peyton Highway as well. Bart?
All right, Heather, thanks. We want to try and give you a sense of at least where this fire is in a general sense and where it's going. Very hard to pinpoint right now both the size and the location because it is all changing so fast. This is a wide look. Colorado Springs, wide field, Ellicott. Down here is Hanover. This green tells the story. This is the smoke that's being picked up by our radar system as we kind of crank up the sensitivity a little bit. The bulk of the fire right down here, the smoke going from the southwest to the northeast. We want to talk about the evacuation area briefly. Mike, if you want to zoom in here, that'd be a good time for that. That is Highway 94. This is a large evacuation area that the county is calling for at this time because it is moving so fast, and we're hearing upwards of 5,000 to 7,000 acres. That's about 5 times what we saw in Hanover a few weeks ago, to put that in perspective. Now, on the north end of the evacuation area here is Sanborn Road. May not make a lot of sense to folks who don't live in the area, but if you do, this is important stuff. Sanborn area to the north, that is the north end of the evacuation here. Hanover Road, which is well to the south down here, that is the south end of the evacuation. We have on the east end Squirrel Creek, and on the west end Curtis Road. That's over there. Now, how many people are affected by that? According to an update from El Paso County, that appears to include about 600 properties. So roughly 1,000 people or so affected by this evacuation order that is now in effect. You know, crews are having a tough time. There's not a lot of natural boundaries out here that could stop the fire. That's why they're creating those backfires to the north. So hopefully as it burns that direction, they can cut it off. They have a lot of crews out there. El Paso County and Fountain Security Widefield is how it started. They've brought in Colorado Springs, Falcon, Fort Carson. A lot of you are asking about air support. Where are the planes? Where are the helicopters? It's a big enough fire to warrant that. At last report, according to radio communications, they were trying to get an aircraft out of Fort Morgan. That's way up northeast of Denver. At last report, it was still undergoing inspections. They expected it to be ready to fly probably about 15 minutes ago. So hopefully that is getting into the air soon. That can come out and target the areas that the crews can't get to. There's a lot of obstacles, a lot of fencing. As you saw in Scott's live shot there, not a lot of red flashing lights behind him. This is a tough fire to get to. They are doing the best they can. Obviously, weather not really playing a friendly role out there for these conditions. Heather, back to you.